if you don't get that, if you don't get that shit up out of here, fuck you found that out.
Hey man, I gotta do it one last time, man. One last time, baby.
You and Dave K, the only two cats.
Y'all remember that joint back in the day? How that joint should go? You flip it, you spin it. You remember that joint back in the day?
Nah, what's that? What's that from? Y'all from the crib, man. You ain't do all that.
Nah, I mean, it was. You might have been too young. It might have been before your time. Then.
Yeah, you got a couple years. What y'all did though? Flip it, spin it.
Nah. It was like a hat commercial back in the day.
Come in. Let me see.
Yeah, G.I. Joe, man, the rally cat, man. You know, got a lot of champagne on it. I don't know if you can see, got some champagne and stuff on there.
Fuck out of here, man. So, what up, man? Welcome back, man. Thursday, August 5th. Damn, we almost a week into this new month already, man. A lot going on. Obviously, training camp. We got football tonight, man.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
We got NFL football tonight, and absolutely everybody in the world that's, around the sport of football is excited, except for the two teams that's probably out there playing. The boys probably hot. Gotta show up early. Damn, I hated that Hall of Fame game, but we're excited, man. We got Dallas and Pittsburgh tonight.
Yeah,
two of the biggest we done talked about NFL fan bases before. Obviously got the Olympics games going on. Gold medal game is set. Did you get a chance to watch any of the 4x1 men's last night?
I did not. I don't be knowing when they be running, bro. I don't be knowing when they be running.
Yeah, the only way I knew, I saw everybody talking about it on Twitter, and then I think Carl Lewis, I saw some comments he made about how it was embarrassing, and the Canadians were talking after saying like they heard the Americans didn't even practice the 4x1, and they had some sloppy exchanges. It was ugly. Didn't even make the finals, man. I think they finished 6th. That's embarrassing for USA track, man.
It is. I did hear that. They did not make the finals, but like you said, I think it's just very embarrassing. But hey. Preparation.
Can't just show up.
You
can't just show up. You gotta prepare.
While we talk about that,
you gotta prepare.
You got to. You
can't just show up, man. Yeah, you gotta bring us in. I know you was hyped.
Hey, so the Locks versus the Dipset battle. I think growing up, man, I think these were two of the groups that had. Group-wise, had a lot of impact on the culture, man. Just as far as when Dipset, man, just the way way they dress, came around with the pink, but then with Locks, with Style, Sheik, and Jada, man, it was Locks. Like I said, I think one of my favorite groups, man. And obviously, if you watch the verses, man, you can just see what preparation does for you, and not being prepared, what that does for you as well. And I kind of said it. So 4th of July weekend, man, I went home and they had a show, right? The Locks opened up. They was in the crowd. They had the crowd hype, and Dipset came on, and I had.
They did the same show.
It was similar. It was. It was.
I'm saying like it was the same night.
Yeah. No. This was. Yeah, it was the same night. They was on the same show, same night. Yep. Dipset came on and people started leaving the arena.
So you had a preview.
And I was telling people, I said, look, I seen this 4th of July weekend, and I will hope that Dipset went to the film and was like, look, we need to do this different. We need to do that different. But obviously they didn't. They came out with the same stank show, and the Locks showed out, man.
Man, that shit was special, man. That shit was special. And going into it, I was just excited about the matchup.
Yeah.
I remember when the matchup first came out, I didn't see it like an even as a fair matchup. I just felt like, the lot, like That's bars. That's kind of like Dipset is, it's swag. I would rather probably saw a Dipset G Unit matchup coming out the gate, but I'm glad we got that performance from the Locks, man. And this was Jay the second time on Versus. He looked like a seasoned vet. He smacked Fab when they had that matchup, which a lot of people had Fab going into that matchup. And but it was just his stage presence. You could tell it how he prepared. And when I see Jada, like he's almost like a quarterback or a point guard who like he just know where everybody's supposed to be at. Everybody's bars. It wasn't no. It was just straight instrumentals and just bars. So them boys like.
And he said it best. He was like, "Yo, we not rapping over our songs. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, we know our songs. Like, we rapping, freestyling. And like you said, I just feel as though in both of his verses, man, I feel as though he came in a different mindset. I think even with the Fab, I think he came with a different mindset where like, yeah, Fab, you my man, you my homeboy, but I'm out here trying to win. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm out here to prove a point. And even, the other night when it came out, it showed why, he says that he's top 5 dead or alive.
Top 5 dead or alive. All right, now Jada, Jada was one of the first.
Lyrically, he is top 5.
Coming from the South, and I went up north for school. I went to UConn for school, so I heard a lot more of this music than I would have heard otherwise. Yeah. And Jada was one of the Jada 50, and probably Jay was like the top 3 cats from up north that was heavy in the rotation. Yeah. So he would have definitely been in my top 5. I don't know about everybody else's overall, but Jada, and I mean not only last night, but just top 5 for me. So you said top 5 bar for bar?
Lyrically, like you can put him up against anybody, and he gonna hold strong. Anybody. I'm talking about Jay. I'm talking about. I need a Jada 50. I need a Jada 50 versus.
Why? I need it. That's 2 bullies. That's 2 bullies.
50 don't stand a chance.
You crazy?
Man, he don't stand a chance, man.
You caught in the moment, man. You caught in the moment. Right now. 50 had a mixtape run. 50, matter of fact, Get Rich or Die Trying. If he just
50, 50 does not stand a chance, man. He had Get Rich or Die Trying. He had a nice little mixtape. Right there.
Hey, 50 had a little run where he
doesn't stand a chance, D-Buck.
You tripping.
He definitely had a run.
We're gonna have to ask. See, I don't know. See,
but lyrically, 50 don't stand a chance.
I don't know how our demographic set up right now. You go, what you mean? We only need 20 songs, man. You talking about have enough music? Y'all crazy.
Yes, my guy.
50 got. All right, we're gonna revisit this. We're gonna revisit this. Yeah, but I mean, hell of a battle, man. That was, and I feel like I done said this probably 5 times after verses, but I think that was my favorite one.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of people said 50 don't have it. Yo, y'all tripping.
You're tripping, my guy.
Bro, we talking about 20 tracks.
He got 20, but he don't stand a chance with Jada. He gonna play 21 questions.
I want to be there for the Jack.
He gonna play 21 questions.
Play 21 questions. 21 questions definitely got to get played.
Man,
that's for sure.
Stop playing, man. But, so Jada, he still got to make people out of. Hey. Believe
no. It's gonna be a worthy bet. That's why I said I gotta see it. I feel like they 2 bullies. They both got quality. 1 to 20, 1 to 25, really. And then I want to hear the shit talking. And they had their beef back in the day too, but now they old heads, and I feel like they both even vets with the shit. Because that was part of my favorite part of the verses to the shit talking.
Yeah,
he called Freaky Zeke. He said, yo, you the fat nigga from Drew Hill.
He's like, you out there Paul Abdul and shit. You out there Paul Abdul. He was killing him. He was killing him.
He called him Millie Vanilli. Oh, man. But anyway, I know a lot of y'all probably don't know what the fuck we talking about. But that verse,
it was great, man. It was good for the culture, man. Definitely good for the culture.
Big facts. Anything in particular you looking forward to from the Hall of Fame game tonight? Obviously, Dak won't be playing. He's still out with his banged up shoulder.
Yeah, Big Ben won't be playing, so I'm gonna see what the young boy gonna do. He got a fresh start.
Which one, Haskins?
Yeah, I think this should be.
That's true.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good for him. Obviously good for the Pittsburgh Steelers as well. Just seeing what they have in their future. So I think I'm excited to see what Haskins will do tonight. I'm pretty sure a lot of the starters won't play. So if I had to take anything from this game tonight, it will be Haskins.
Haskins, yeah, that's it. I wouldn't even think about that out the gate, but yeah, and this is a all eyes on him type of game too, because everybody gonna be watching at least this first quarter of this game.
Yeah,
I'll probably watch at least probably the first half, regardless of who's on the field, just to see pro football again. And then it's gonna be fans in the stands too. So just to see that element back into the game. So for a lot of people outside, it's like, oh, it's just a preseason game, Hall of Fame game. But for the guys that's gonna be on that field, Dwayne Haskins included, former first round pick. This is a big moment. So definitely want to see how he comes out and prepares and executes. And the thing about these preseason games, especially early on, like it's a lot of simple concepts. There's a lot of stuff where the coaches just want to see execution and see guys compete. So it's an opportunity for young guys. If you prepared, you know what's coming in these games, you got to make plays, man. You got to make plays. Yeah, you got to play well. You're going to make plays.
And like you said, the defensive coordinators and offensive coordinators, they're going to make it simple so the guys aren't thinking out there. They can go out there, they can play fast, so they can, put their best stuff on film, on tape. You know what I'm saying? So I think, like you said, I think it's going to be a great moment for the young guys, a great opportunity for them to go out there and show what they got, man. So I'm excited. I might even, depending on what's up on TV, I might watch the whole game.
You going on for? Unless I fall asleep, I doubt. I'll tell you this: if it's NFL football on, I'm not turning it off for nothing else. Maybe if we had a gold medal game or something like that tonight, or if I knew when the hell the 100-meter final was gonna be on or something like that. But I feel like I don't find that out till I see it on Twitter, on my damn timeline. But I'll probably be right there with you.
But shoot, like while we on the Cowboys, man, Cowboys, Dak, man, he's battling a shoulder injury now, man. Like, what do you think about that, and how do you think it'll affect him and the Cowboys?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm worried. I'm in a full panic with the coach right now, and I know we'll get to that. But with this quarterback, with Dak, obviously he missed most of last season with his injury. So he's been doing his rehab thing for the most part, and he's all of the offseason stuff. He was there, he was present, he was active, he was doing it. So for him to come into training camp and then not even a week in, you're dealing with shoulder soreness or shoulder injury, like that's odd. Like that's odd to me. Just you've been around a bunch of quarterbacks, old and young, and that's just something you don't really see. So when it does happen, that's a little alarming. So I'm concerned with the Cowboys right now. I'm concerned with Dak. It's one of those things, like until I see him back on the practice field, taking like on a normal practice schedule, then I won't be concerned. Maybe I'm scarred from the Andrew Luck saga and the Andrew Luck shit, where it was like, oh, he's there, he may be back, he's throwing a tennis ball now, he's doing this now, and obviously this could be something minor that they just been super cautious with. But if I'm a Cowboys fan, if I'm a Dak fan, and I'm root for Dak, so I'm concerned, but I hope it's nothing. What about you?
I hope it's nothing, right? I was going to ask you a question. Like, so when you have a major injury like Dak had, and in the off season, obviously you're focusing on that major injury, trying to get back on the field, trying to get back to doing things like you normally did. Do you think sometimes as far as training and taking care of other parts of your body, you kind of get lost since you're so focused on trying to get back and get that major injury taken care of?
Let me answer before I found what the hell just got disconnected from the joint. But I don't know, man. I feel like at that point in the game with him, where he is in his football career, and he's been overall pretty healthy. Like he barely missed game, barely missed practice. I would think he would have the right people around him that he's, not. And even if you're not focusing on your arm or your shoulder, your back, like you still coming into week one training camp, you still shouldn't be dealing with this. Even if that wasn't your main focus. Obviously, you primarily focus on your lower body and getting that back to 100. But I can't even. I don't know. This is just very odd to me.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we have even all the information because they saying it's like a slight muscle. And like you said, training camp, people get hurt, and this is just an odd injury. Like you don't play with Peyton and Daniel Jones and all these different quarterbacks. Like rarely have you seen somebody show up and just be like, "Oh, my shoulder hurt. Like I can't throw for 2 weeks."
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And they just bounce back and just be good for the rest of the season. Like yeah, I don't know. I ain't seen this before, so looks like the camera's unplugged. Plug it back in. Come on, StreamYard. Don't do me like that.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess we'll see, man. I definitely hope it's not serious. Obviously, like you said, like coming off that major injury last year, getting paid. I know the Dallas fans, the Cowboys fans was looking for him to come out have a good year. I'm actually looking forward to him coming out having a good year. So we'll definitely see. But again, Hall of Fame game on tonight, man. Y'all check it out. I'm definitely looking forward to the Wayne Haskins, man. Him going out there and ball. My boy D Butt, man. Gotta get his shit right. Gotta get it right. While we talking about the Hall of Fame game, man, we got 2 former Colts, man. Class of 2020 and class of 2021s getting enshrined this weekend. 2020, I think, is Saturday. 2021 is Sunday. We got Peyton Manning and Adrian James. How you feel about that, man? You got two former Colts, man, going in the same weekend. It's gonna be a big weekend.
Yeah, awesome, man. Awesome for the Colts. Obviously, I saw Edge and his family on the jet.
Mm-hmm.
That was dope. On the Colts, on Irsay joint. So that's dope. I like how Irsay takes care of his guys when they're going in. But 2 greats, man. 2 of your former teammates. I was a big Edge fan, coming up South Florida. I wanted to go to the U. It was all about the U down here.
I miss Edge.
Oh, you miss Edge?
Yeah, I miss Edge. So my rookie year, that's when he went to Arizona.
Did a guy get drafted? Did y'all get drafted the same class?
Yeah, we were same class.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you missed him, but yeah, man, it's gonna be dope for them and dope for that whole class, the 2020 class, which obviously didn't get to go in last year, didn't get enshrined. Alan Faneca, Tom Flores, Calvin Megatron Johnson, John Lynch. Wait, is this class? Oh, this 2021.
That's 2021. Yeah.
Isaac Bruce. This is 2020 class. Isaac Bruce, Harold Carmichael, Jimbo Covert, Bill Cowher, Bobby Dillon, Cliff Harris, Winston Hill, Steve Hutchinson, Edge, Coach Jimmy Johnson, Alex Karras, Troy Polamalu, Steve Sable, Donnie Shell, and Duke Slater. So that's the 2020 class. It's a big class that didn't get to go in last year. That's a big class right there.
Yeah.
Isaac Bruce, I think he waited a little too long. Did you hear Chris Carter come back at remember we talked about that on the show too. I said that he and Torrey Holt the best duo. But Chris Carter, he went on Good Morning Football. He came back with receipts on why him and Brandy were. But anyway, and then the 2021 class, Alan Faneca, Tom Flores, Calvin Johnson, John Lynch, Peyton Manning, Bill Nunn, who still his name has still been carried on, Drew Pearson, and Charles Woodson. So it's gonna be dope, man, for all of them. And then you got 2 huge fan bases that are playing. So they'll probably I feel like they're gonna break some preseason viewership records tonight.
Nah, for sure he will. Yeah, man, I'm excited, man. I'm heading out there this weekend, man. I think it'll be a good time being able to see some former teammates, former coaches, man, and just being able to be in that presence of greatness, man.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of guys, a lot of y'all will be out there.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got, man? Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so we I don't think we talked about Nelson being out.
Nelson, I think Nelson's gonna be all right.
Where's your panic meter at right now, though, for the Colts? And what's I need GM AB to give us an answer at quarterback. What do we do about the quarterback position?
Oh shit, we gotta go find somebody. We gotta make a trade. I get we have quarterbacks in our room. We got to make a trade because Nelson, they say 5 weeks. So I feel as though
now they got the same timeline.
But I think when they what I've read,
everybody feel like Nelson gonna be back in 4 to 5 weeks.
Yeah, 4 to 5 weeks, and then but the Wentz 5 to 12. The GM in me, like, I gotta go get somebody. That's just me.
Who though? Because they obviously a lot of people saying Foles. We both agree that that's not the right move.
That'll be mentally
Phillip Rivers. Same thing for me. I don't think it's make more sense to Foles. And I think he'll be a better player. Obviously, going to demand him a lot of money. But I mean, who else out there?
I mean,
you might just have to give Eason a shot, man. I know he got no live experience.
You got Blake Bortles.
I'm taking my chances with. I mean, Blake Bortles got experience. He's got some playoff wins under his belt, but come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people put some stuff in the chat. You got Andy Dalton. I don't think the Bears will make that move though. Bridgewater, I doubt if the Broncos make a move on that. Minshew.
I mean that'd be a bad move for the Jaguars. I feel like that's a really good backup to have. And we all know how important it is to have a backup quarterback. And that's the thing with these teams, like people get hurt, injuries happen. And if your quarterback happens to go down, you want to have a solid backup that can carry you, a nice little stretch throughout the season. So
you know what?
I don't think in the division too.
Man. Let's ride with them. Let's
go.
Let's ride with them. We gotta. This is when you in the meat room and hey, defense. Look, we gotta step it up. We gotta play lights out. We gotta play lights out. We talked about being one of the top defenses in the league. We gotta show that shit. We gotta show it week in, week out. Offensive line. Hey, look, let's ride it together. Like let's support.
And they missing
a I get it. But like I said, I think he'll be back in like 5 weeks. So I think the month of August. I think he'll be back week 2, week 3, the latest.
Yeah. And it's a lot easier for Nelson to get back. Even if he is, let's say 6-7 weeks, he can go right back in there, and I think he'll be good from day one. Carson, you got to get back acclimated with, the how they calling plays, and he's going to be in the meetings and all that, where his receiver's going to be on real game. So it's going to be a little more of an acclimation period for Wentz. So I think Nelson will be able to go back in there. But hey, we on the Eastern train, man.
Eastern train, baby.
It's time. That's why you drafting for a reason.
Yeah,
you gotta get the best out of him.
Lean on the run game.
You got one of the best running back situations in the league.
Yep, lean on the run game. That defense got to come out, play lights out. And we see where the chips fall.
Let's go.
We on the Eastern train, baby.
More training camp news. Had a couple fights. Training camp fight. What's the biggest training camp fight you remember having or being involved in? Were they Indy?
As a team, we was it was in Indy. It was in Indy. O-line, D-line.
That's always gonna happen. That's the official start of training camp.
O-line, D-line, and I remember this one I knew we had a good DB unit. One of our O-linemen rushed one of our corners, and we watched it on film. It was a beautiful thing. He rushed one of our corners, and all our DBs ran over to him and kind of pulled him to the side, and we went to work on him. But it was a beautiful thing. Like, I know the listeners probably like, yo, that's not a beautiful thing. But if you've seen it, it was like, DBs typically the smallest guys, so it was like some hyenas just jumped on, and we dogged them, and it was funny.
Love to see that.
And we went in the locker room. Obviously, we left him on the field. We went in the locker room, and he came over to us, and was like, yo, y'all some assholes. And I said, nah, you a fool. Like you can't, like you gotta stay in the crowd, man. You can't venture off by yourself, man.
You a big elephant. You done got away from that pack. You ain't got a shot out here.
And we dogged them, man. And we dogged them. We ain't, we no punches to the face. It was all like body shots and stuff like that. But
hey,
we dogged them, man.
You did what had to be done. You took care of the thing. But like you said, you love to see it. And so I saw some writers and some people kind of jumping on. Might have been Dan Campbell that said he got a little excited when he saw that because, and we go back and watch it on film. As long as they keep it up. We want to see. I know I used to want to see what everybody did when the fight broke out. Like, oh, you was right there. Hold on, you let your man. Like, what? Hold on. Like, nah, we ain't moving like that. We ain't moving like that. So, we would go back and break down those fights on film the same way you breaking down the plays, and you gotta have your dogs back. And coaches like to see that too. Coaches they'll say whatever. Hey man, y'all can't be doing that bullshit. And then when y'all get in y'all meeting room, y'all be like, hey. Y'all held that shit down. Y'all do what y'all supposed to do. Yeah. Hey. So I like this shit. So and then I think the Giants one, from the sound, I didn't get the film. I tried to. I hit some people like, hey man, let me see that. I want to see. I couldn't get the film. They deleted it off the iPads. But from the sounds of it, I feel like that's overboard. You know what I mean? Because there is a line. Like you got a full team squabble, your quarterback at the bottom of the pile. Like, all right, we come on.
I mean,
come on.
I mean, hey, that's part of it, man. As much as we trying to change the game, I know we trying to change the game of football. But
14, bro.
Hey, it happens. You've seen it happen.
Have you seen that happen on your team? A full. I'm talking about right now. It's 90 dudes. So you talking about 80 plus dudes. The injured guys probably, or some, the specialist was probably out the way. With your starting quarterback at the bottom of the pile.
I've never seen that. I've never seen where the quarterback is at the bottom of the pile. And then you seen the press conference, and my guy DJ was like, "Look, man." Hey, he's like, look, man, I'm one of the guys.
He earned some stripes for that, though. I
like that. I'm one of the guys. You know what I'm saying? So as you just said, like when you see your quarterback is like, yo, I'm gonna get dirty too. You got to be smart about it. But I
don't want my quarterback throwing hands.
Nah, for sure.
Like you said, we know shit happened, and it was probably, I forgot who I went, but I don't know how it went, but.
But I think it was it was a running play. I think they say J-Pep hit him. I don't know if it was out of bounds or hit him too hard. And then Evan Ingram came in and retaliated to J-Pep, and then I think somebody else came in. Logan Ryan, I think, came in on Evan Ingram, and then from there, it just got crazy. But like you said, we've seen it. I know they're trying to change. I'm like, shit, every year it was a fight. It was some fights at training camp. But like you said,
if you go through a whole training camp with no squabbles, I feel like you got a problem there. Like, that's a problem. For usually the first day them pads come on something, or if you have a joint practice.
Definitely joint practice.
It's always going down on joint practice. Like, it's mandatory.
And that's going to be on the punt with the gunners and the holdups. That's where that joint start. Right then and there.
That's where that started. I remember my rookie year, we practiced against the Saints. And it was me, Pat, we were all rookies. Me and Pat Chung were the vice, and we were going up against Malcolm Jenkins. We said something, and then Malcolm said something like slick back. We kind of like looked at each other. All right. And this was our first training camp, new team coming in. I'm like, oh yeah, we gotta show them. And it turned into a whole thing. But it should be fun. When it's that, get broken up. And I rarely seen it go to the locker room unless it was already some beef that my teammates had going into the field. But part of it, man. So coaches, I'm sure they're getting excited. Joe Judge, I heard he ran a couple of players retired, right? Did a couple of cats retire?
But they said it was offensive lineman retired, but he said it wasn't what they said, reported that it wasn't because of the running after the practice. But I was kind of just thinking about my mindset. If I was like year 14, and coach made us run some guys, was like, how would I feel? But that's happened to me before. That's happened to me before when I was out AZ. BA had us running not gashes but 50 yards. Because I was practicing real shitty. So he told everybody get on the line.
Yeah, and at that point you already know you had probably been with BA twice at that point. Yeah. So you already know who you was dealing with. It's a little different when you got that, and then you Joe Judge, like Joe Judge compared to BA, but you gotta respect it. Hopefully they move on forward. Rich Dizzy.
Question. Who's gonna win more games this year, the Jaguars or the Lions?
If I had to pick, I would go with the Jaguars on that. I would go with Jaguars on that. Who you got?
I might go with the Lions, bro. I think the Lions just gonna surprise people this year. I don't know. I could be a fool for thinking
that. Might be Tone. You talking to Tone too much.
I don't know, man. It might surprise some folks.
You got the Tone too much, man. You got I feel like Trevor Lawrence would be a better quarterback than Jared Goff this year as a rookie. I feel like the Jaguars have a better.
Why would you make that statement?
I feel like Jared Goff is an above average quarterback. Kind of at best. Like I give him probably like an 80 on Madden as a rating, maybe 81. And I feel like Trevor Lawrence potentially can be like a 85 this year out the gate. Urban is, obviously his pro is a whole new level, but he's been a good, smart coach for a long time. He's put a good staff together. You got weapons around him. So I like, and then you playing Houston twice a year. Obviously coach the Titans. That's that's some good. But yeah, I'm going to Jaguars. You got Urban Meyer. Who you more comfortable in? Urban Meyer or Dan Campbell right now?
Neither. Neither. That's what I'm. But I'm Urban. Like I said, like that's a Urban Meyer coming to the league. I don't know that Dan Campbell. Like he be making it. Like just watching his. He might not just be a good interview guy.
He might be a good coach though. We don't know how well those guys are buying in.
Exactly.
So, and that's really all that matters.
Yeah. So that's why I said, like, I think I might go with the Lions, man. I think they might surprise.
They got Minnesota. They got Minnesota twice a year. They got Chicago, Green Bay.
Yeah, it is. It's tough division, but shit.
That's just division.
Roll the dice on that.
I'm gonna go Jaguars.
Roll the dice.
I'm gonna go to Jaguars. I say the Jaguars get 6-7 wins this year, and I put the Lions probably 4 or 5.
We're gonna see.
So it's close, like you said, rolling the dice.
Yeah.
Oh man, what else we got, man? What else we got? We got some. Getting to that. So we did a. You said what?
No, go ahead.
Now we did a fantasy draft last night. Kind of on the spot, getting our feet wet.
Well, let's take this Rich Dizzy off.
Yeah. Go ahead. There you go, Bum. So we did a fantasy draft last night. What was it, 12? 12 people?
I think so.
Okay, yeah. So 12 people. We picked our teams. And these are the teams that we ended up with. So how we dropped the link at 9:00 last night. I think we initially announced it around 4 something. So we gave everybody a few hours. So if you were in the draft, let me know. I think Alex the Patriot was in there. But yeah, let's look at these teams, man. How you feel about your squad? I got one tight end. So I got no backup tight ends. That was my only miss.
I felt I was cool with my draft. My running backs. I like my running backs. It's no huge names, but I like what I'm doing at the running back position.
That's a terrible running back list.
It's really not.
Your room stinks.
So again, I'm talking GM. I'm watching film. I'm just not going off the names.
Your room stinks. This is not football. This is fantasy football, sir.
Chase Edmonds. He will get money this year out in Arizona. Mike Davis, he will get money out there in Atlanta.
Running gun scheme in Arizona.
So
Chase Edmonds putting up Davis. You got a good spot there. Okay. Zeke is gonna eat this year. So that
we hoping. We hope
Zeke is gonna eat this year. We got a couple tight ends that's gonna take away looks from James White. I'm picking your whole running back room apart. But on the other hand, with me, Nick Chubb, he's a bell cow.
He is.
Week in and week out. Bell cow. Aaron Jones, Green Bay.
You got 6 running backs?
You know, I got enough. Okay.
So you just know you only taking one of the highest, right? So we don't need the highest score or the running back each week. So it's not all of them together.
Just I know. Let me worry about. Obviously, I paid attention to my roster. You know what you got. I don't want no input.
Look at your quarterbacks.
Look at him.
Look at your quarterbacks.
Look, Justin Herbert. You got Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Eckler.
Fields might not even start. He probably not gonna be the starter.
That's why he made my backup.
Cousins,
when he goes in,
what you gonna get with Cousins? Come on now, Aaron Rodgers, and Big Ben. Cut it out.
Come on. And then my wide receiver room. So Keenan Allen, I'm obviously bullish on the Chargers going into next season. I got Keenan Allen.
Brown.
That's the top. Let me see your receiver. Let me check your receiver.
AJ Brown.
Okay. Your receiver room. Okay.
My receiver room was solid. Don't play with me.
Okay. Yeah, receiver room. Now your first pick. You had the second overall pick in the draft.
And I picked Travis Kelce. So talk to me.
Talk to me.
Talk to me nice. Talk
Great
to me
pick.
nice.
That was probably the best pick. It went down.
Hey, talk to me nice.
It went down. My first pick was Nick Chubb. But if everybody's receivers, Keenan Allen, Galladay,
Brianna Jenkins, please. This man. Please.
Devontae Smith, Rashad Bateman, Will Fuller. That's T. Smith from the Saints. Marvin Jones, Jaguars.
He got one tight end.
Kyle Pitts, only tight end I need.
Man,
I'm in the draft one in the last 2 rounds. I don't know what happened. Actually, I got Valdez Scantling. I meant to get a tight end with that pick. But man, I feel good. Herbert, Fields, and Cousins at the quarterback position. I mean, Miles Sanders, Travis Etienne, Marlon Mack, David Johnson out in Houston. He could have I feel good about my team. Man.
Yeah, I feel good about mine too. If I had to, but again, like I said, my receiver crew is solid. AJ Brown, Cooper, D. Samuel, Robbie, what is Robbie or Robbie? What is it?
Robbie? I think Robbie Anderson.
Robbie Anderson, Jarvis Landry, Devontae Parker, AJ Green. I like my wide receiver room, tight ends, Kelsey, Jono Smith.
Rich, don't tell him that, Rich. Don't tell him that, Rich. We got a lot of guys. Mike Thomas out. Somebody need to step up in that Saints. But
everybody could be a sleeper this year. Come on now. My running back room. I'm gonna surprise y'all in my running back room. They gonna drop numbers. Like I said,
if they go off, you will surprise me with that running back room.
Trust.
I ain't trusting that.
Hey,
we gonna
see. We gonna see.
Receiver room. You got a nice tight end. That's Oh no, that's not Irv Smith. I wanted Irv Smith from Minnesota. Somebody got him right before me.
We will see.
I think Tone got Tebow. Tone drafted Tebow.
Tone drafted 4-5 quarterbacks.
He said he was. He ended up getting Lamar Jackson. And matter of fact, while we on Underdog Fantasy, we want to announce our 6th. Now, this is that draft we did last night. That's just those are going to be some random ones we put up. Like I said, it's going to be a couple hours before. Once we put the link up, that one filled up in probably a few minutes with 12 people just clicked on the link, signed up, and we'll continue to do those. But those fill up fast. So just pay attention to our timelines on Twitter, and we drop them on there. So Darius J. Butler, we got A. Bethea 41. And then obviously the man-to-man part, we dropped it. So if you missed this one, you'll definitely have more opportunity to jump in. But this 6 winners for the this for the season, right?
Yeah, this is for the season. And our 6th contest winner is JJ Flegel.
JJ Flegel. And it's crazy. So we the way we pick the winners, it's a randomizer. And Flegel actually signed up. He wasn't in there too long.
Not at all.
But it's random. So we take who we pick. So shout out JJ Flegel, 6th contest winner. Another person. Welcome to the ass whooping.
Yep. So man, we appreciate y'all. So next week we will announce a winner. I think what we gonna do? We do 2. Yep. We got 2 winners next week. I think we're doing one on Monday and one on Thursday. And then that will round it out for our draft for the season. So again, man, y'all cross your fingers. Hopefully y'all can get in there.
Yeah. And make sure you sign up. Use the code MAN. Get that free $25. Also, I got to read the draft. What is it? The draft guide, fantasy draft guide from my Underdog. Because I can't. I got one tight end, so obviously I'm doing something wrong. But
that's wow. Like, I don't
know. With your running back room, bro, I'm leaning heavy on my running backs and receivers, obviously. But damn, I got a squad. But shit, I'm gonna take 1 minute. Be right back.
Go ahead, man. Do your thing. I'm gonna talk about my mob again. Shit, let's put that back up. Let's put that back up. I know y'all talking shit about my running backs, man, but trust and believe, man. Chase Edmonds, man, gonna do some good things out there. In Arizona, man, you got Hopkins, you got AJ Green. They're gonna spread that defense out, Paul. So Chase Edmonds, man, he's gonna be able to do a lot. Screen game, draw game. That'll be a nice addition to my team. Mike Davis going out there to Atlanta, obviously with C-Mac getting hurt last year with the Panthers. He stepped in and they didn't fall off too much, man. So again, just having it as a GM, having to do your research and just trying to figure out, obviously, I probably could have got a bigger name, but I have confidence in these guys. James White, he's been doing numbers up there in New England year in and year out. So with my quarterbacks, with my receivers, and my tight end, I figure we're going to drop some good numbers. Nakiba, I'm trying to tell you, Chase gonna be a good pick. I'm gonna let my guys go out there and do what they do. And as these numbers accumulate, we'll talk. We'll talk at the end of the season.
Man, just look at my squad, man. I mean, come on. Like, if I'm going into a season, I mean.
On to the next, man. We got Todd Bowles. Anybody trying to hear that? We got Todd Bowles, man. He signs a new deal for 3 years. I think this, he makes him. He's still the highest paid defensive coordinator in the league. Well deserved, and for all the GMs out there, you got players, coaches that's doing good, that's making your franchise go. Pay them.
Take care, keep them good people. And shoot, this guy should have had another chance to be a head coach at this point. But if y'all remember what you said,
he probably feel like, man, I'm in a great situation right now.
Outstanding situation. Hopefully now, this is because we've known in historically speaking, black coaches get some of the worst jobs. So hopefully he gets in a situation where a job will come available that he wants, and if he don't like it, he stays in the great situation that he's in. But Tampa, they brought all 3 coordinators back. If y'all remember last year, that Tampa defense carried them through them playoffs, and then come Super Bowl, they had another dominant performance. But then that's when Tom Brady had his best game of the playoffs as well. So shout out to Todd Bowles, man. Did a great job with that young secondary too. And it's tough to adjust and win those big games with a bunch of guys who got less than 4 years under their belt. So shout out to Todd Bowles, man.
Nah, for sure. Hey, question for you, right? So I know you was a big Jalen Hurts guy last year.
Yep.
Standing on the table for him. So now they having discussions of possibly having that trade to bring Deshaun Watson into Philly. How you feel about that?
I mean, when you got a chance to upgrade a quarterback, you take that chance. And they obviously had a resource to do so. Obviously, Deshaun Watson got a lot of, serious things going on off the field. But if they're having these trade discussions, I feel like they know something, either on Houston side, Philly side, or both sides, that maybe, there may be some type of settlement on the horizon or something along those lines where they think this issue will be resolved, somehow, some way. Or else I don't know if I would be willing to give up what anybody's gonna have to give up to get Deshaun Watson in your building. But and you got a guy in Jalen Hurts who can go out there and play 8 games or 10 games or however long. Maybe if Watson is suspended, this is a long-term move for the Eagles. So I mean, if you can get Deshaun Watson in your building, obviously with the off the field issues, you got to do your due diligence there and figure out what's what. But I mean, I feel like where there's smoke, there's fire in today's sports league. What you think about it?
I think you said it, man. When you can upgrade your quarterback, you gotta figure out a way where you can get the man in the building. I think we talked about it in the past. I think the only hesitation would be not knowing what the repercussions are going to be when they end up coming down on Deshaun Watson as far as outside of football, but then what the NFL is going to do. Like, is he going to be suspended for a year? If he going to be suspended for 8 games, whatever the case may be. So I think that's what the hesitation is for most teams, because I would say 3/4 of the teams in the league, I think if Deshaun Watson is on your team, he'll be your starting quarterback.
3/4, shit.
So I think if they can make it happen, I think that trade will happen.
3/4 is change. So yeah, we shall see. But I still like Hurts, man. I still think Hurts. I think he definitely needs reps. He was in a very collegey system in Oklahoma. He made some tough reads. I watched some of their Oklahoma film, and some of the reads that they had to make.
Yeah,
it was some you got to understand football. You got to understand concepts. You got to understand where people are going to be, time, and all those different things. So, he's going to work. I think he'll be a good player in this league.
No, I think he'd be a good player. Just the time that we've been on this pod. Myself and you being co-hosts, and the guys that the quarterbacks that you stand on the table for, sometimes makes me.
I got a good. I make much better decisions when it comes to quarterbacks.
And then looking at your roster that you drafted last night, I understand where you're.
AB, you said on this very podcast, you said that Matt Stafford is a better quarterback than Russell Wilson. That is utterly ridiculous.
Were those my words?
I mean,
okay,
basically.
Basically. What I said was, given what Russell Wilson had, and as far as organization-wise and pieces around him, I said Matt Stafford, whatever. But
you said we had to put up a whole poll for this ridiculous statement.
Hey, we gonna see,
absolutely
baby.
Ridiculous statement. But yeah, we gonna see. Obviously, I was early on the Justin Herbert. What other great quarterback calls have I made? Tua. Hey, the book is still open on Tua. The book is still open. Tua,
get this
I told him to pay Dak a long time ago. What other quarterback? I mean, I might be the quarterback guru. I told you guys Sam Darnold stunk. He had to get up out of New York. You say, hey, keep him there. Let's build around him. You talking that same Stafford shit. What if Sam Darnold had around him? He stinks. All right.
Hey, we're gonna see, buddy.
But new year, fresh start for Sam Darnold. So I'm hoping we see a lot more good Darnold than bad Darnold. Yeah, man. What else we got, man? I got any good questions? Any other news? Simone Biles came back. She got her bronze.
Mm-hmm.
She got her bronze medal. That's big time, big for her. What do you put? What do you put in here? Let me see. Simone bronze.
Hey,
come on, Tony. That's a 5.
That's definitely a 5. That's definitely a 5.
On the balance beam. So we talked about the MLB trade deadline. Mad Max came out, struck out 10, put up 10 Ks last night in his debut. Hand him the piece of metal right now.
Yeah.
What else we got, man? Everything else we cut. The gold medal game is set. USA will play France tomorrow. Friday, August 6th. 10:30 Eastern time. Okay, I'll probably stay up for that one. Against France. Now, France beat us in the prelims, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think France beat us in the prelims.
Right there. At the bottom of the jump, France beat USA 3-7-6 in group stage.
Yeah, so here you go. So, yeah, man. We got some good stuff going on, man. A lot of sports. It's NFL season right around the corner. We got real NFL football tonight.
I'm excited. I'm excited about tonight, man.
I'm excited. I'm gonna feel like AFC Championship game on the night. Kids, they going to sleep early. I'm locked in, man. We had a Hall of Famers probably on the field.
Sure.
It's gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be dope. Wait. What is this? Michael Ward, you said Fitzmagic wasn't on the level of Andy Dalton, D-Butt.
Get him, Mike. D-Butt be tripping sometimes.
I mean, I don't know where this level of optimism has come from Fitzmagic. You really got to call this guy Fitzmagic. He really fools people every year. Like, we got people really saying the Washington football team is going to be, they could be real contenders with Fitzmagic at quarterback.
I think so. That defense is strong, brother. He got two young receivers out there. I believe it. I believe it. I think they can do something.
Come on, man. This guy, he has the most career
in that division
attempts with not a playoff appearance.
I like it.
No playoff appearance. Y'all think in year 37, Fitzmagic is going to take the Washington football team on this magical run.
That defense is strong, man. I like it. Run game going to be solid. I like it.
You so optimistic, bro.
I like it, brother.
It might be worse than Dan Orlowski. He was telling us not to panic. Jacob East, but we on the Jacob East train now. So I did say that, Michael Ward. I stand on that. Andy Dalton. I like Andy Dalton over. If I'm going, I would feel better about the Washington football team if Andy Dalton was their quarterback over Fitzmagic.
Oh, boy.
But that's me. I like Heineke better for them, honestly, than Fitzmagic. If we've been real, we saw the playoffs last year. Heineke had the Bucs on the ropes. Just saying. Washington football team.
But you have to take into consideration, D-Buck, and I would hope that you would know this, being that you were a 9-year veteran in the NFL. When you have Heineke come into a game, you don't have that time as a defensive coordinator to prepare for this quarterback and understand his strengths and weaknesses. Understood? So when you have a quarterback to play a duration of a season, this year would be 17 games, you would have defensive coordinators, some smart guys out there that know X's and O's and know how to attack this guy. He would struggle. So I don't think you would want him, not right now, because he would have to get a number of snaps to get in a position where he's comfortable out there. Now, being able to go out there in a game and they're like, look, you got to play. He has nothing to lose. He has nothing to lose.
They put Heineke out there in the playoffs late in the season, and as you know, as a 14-year vet, once you get in that point of the season, I wish you would throw somebody out here with no experience. Like, we supposed to eat this guy. Most of these guys get eaten alive. He went out there and
we got to get real, Tone.
And ball. You hear me? Come on, man. We've seen a lot of film of Ryan Fitzpatrick. You probably played against him 10 times on probably 7 different teams. I know I played against him on the
look, I like Ryan Fitzpatrick with this team, man. And again, we're talking about this team. I love the defense. The defense is solid. They're gonna do their thing, man. They got Curtis Samuel. They brought Curtis Samuel in to play alongside one of our guests, man. One of our guests that was on the show. So look, I love it.
That's what your side, man. Maybe you get
G.I. Joe 317. You wild.
James is try. I disagree with that. James will be he'll be QB1. And I saw Cam Jordan. Cam Jordan sent with Baldy. They were at training camp and they were talking. And if y'all watch that interview, it's probably on NFL.com, NFL Network or something. If you go watch that interview, I think it's clear that those vets, those guys over there, go watch the interview. It's clear who they want coming out there quarterback, especially the guys who've been on that defense and played against Jameis when he was in Tampa.
But a lot of times in this game, it's politics over ability.
This is true.
Taysom Hill signed a pretty hefty contract. Not saying that he
that 140 or the one before that, because the 140 was fake. That was finesse for the salary cap. But they did give him a lot of money. But nah, bro.
A lot of money.
Nah, I tell you, nah. Jameis Winston, come on. They got it.
I've already said on this show that if I had a pick, I would do James, but I'm just saying, like, I gotta speak.
Did you see Jameis go through the bags?
More struggling. Them bags ain't no joke though. Now
let me put the worst clips out of Jameis, bro. I swear the media be trying to put the media a motherfucker, boy. He running through the bag. Like you said, the bags ain't no hoe.
Hey.
Pin, you got to see that clip, man. Oh man,
that's funny. What's an off day like during training camp? Woo. Man, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. You're able to sleep in a little longer, go get you some breakfast, and then most of the time it's probably that night though. That night of the last, depending on what type of training camp you're in, that night prior, you probably not having a curfew, so you can probably, depending how far you are, you can probably go home, sleep in your own bed, get your massage that day, watch some film, just be able to rest up, man. But the biggest thing for me was always being able to go home and get in your own bed.
Yeah, man. AB said it. Things a blessing, though. Oh man. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for Jameis this year, man. Somebody said he got the QB voice there. If you've been paying attention to Jameis kind of have always, it's called code switch. Everybody does it, but
yeah,
I like it. You gotta play the part. He be number 1 overall pick. Jameis ain't new to this, man. Come on, man.
He true to this, baby.
He true to this. Stop it. But
2-sport athlete in college, man. Shit.
Keeper said James got that. I want to speak to your manager, buddy voice. That's a fact. Dudes, come on, Joe. You're not bringing up the past. LASIK Jameis, who we got, man? But yeah, that's about to get up out of here. But I'm looking forward to Jameis this year. Y'all know what to do.
Yes, sir.
12:01. Go tap into the Pat McAfee show. And we appreciate y'all, man. We'll see y'all Monday. Announce those last 2 winners. We may do another draft. I gotta do another draft. I gotta get some tight ends. Hopefully you get some running backs, dog.
I got some.
You gotta get some running backs, bro.
I got some.
You had the number 2 pick. Kelsey's a good pick. Now that I'm thinking about it.
A great pick. But look,
how you pass up on Dalvin Cook?
ATL, by week, you get no points coming from your tight end. Horrible GM. ATL by week, you get no points from your tight ends. That's horrible.
I ain't tripping on that.
You should be. Hey, man.
Hey, we are going to live. Yeah, before we get out of here, though, Zach, you asked live streaming next draft. I'm not sure we're going to do the next one, but we will be live streaming a draft. We actually going to have somebody from Underdog Fantasy join us on the show and kind of give everybody some tips and tidbits on, because I know I need them on drafting strategy, et cetera, et cetera. But he'll be on here, and we'll actually be on their show too. So we'll let y'all know. We'll give y'all a heads up.
For sure.
Yes, sir. We out of here, man. Like the stream, tell a friend to tell a friend. See y'all on Monday.
Peace.